Hey guys, it's your boy Joe back at it again, CodingPhase.com. Your boy is back and out and did it again one more time. In this video, I want to talk about how most of you guys are missing out on huge opportunities and y'all leaving money on the table right now. Okay? So a lot of people that watch here on YouTube, especially here in the US and in Europe and in some other parts of the world, they're so focused on the idea of, I want to work at a tech company. I want to work for Fang. I want to do this, and that, right? And one thing that I'm noticing is that a lot of people don't have experience. They've never built anything. All they've done is just courses. All they've done is literally just watch somebody teach them something and then they follow along, but they've never actually tested themselves to actually build anything. Okay? Now, by doing that, you're also missing out on the opportunities to make money, okay? Because if you're just doing courses and courses and courses and you're not actually putting yourself into the field and putting yourself into practicing what you're learning, like, do you really know it? Or are you just watching like this shit is Netflix? Let's just be honest, right? So a lot of people are missing out on this main opportunity, which is the gig economy, okay? The gig economy, okay? Right? What does that mean? Places like Fiverr.com, which is the leader of all of these platforms that's out here. I mean, you have places like Upwork, you have LinkedIn has a section now that is like for gigs too. And there's a whole bunch of other small websites out there. But the leader of it is Fiverr.com, guys. It's the leader, okay? A lot of people are missing out on this opportunity and they're not creating profiles on this platform. If you're watching this right now, today, right? As soon as you watch this, after this video, of course, and after you subscribe and like this video, right? I want you to go to Fiverr.com and create a profile. I don't care what you do. If you know how to do data entry, create a profile. If you know how to build a landing page, create a profile. If you know how to, I don't know, set up Google Sheets, you need to create a profile, right? There's people right now that are building their platforms. They're right now building their reviews up, right? They're putting in their profiles, right? And like just building what they have, their brand, okay? Because this is where the world is going to, right? Fiverr.com, you could see places like this and users like this one, Riketta. Shout out to Riketta, and shout out to all the Indians, right? Shout out to all the Indians, Bangladeshis, Pakistanis, the whole middle side of Asia. You get what I'm saying? Like, those guys are grinding. You know what I mean? Philippines, right? Thailand, like those guys they're grinding. They're literally working on these platforms and they're making a killing, right? Now, I'll show you guys this profile. Shout out to Riketta. This is what she does, right? This is what she's been doing. She's been creating something as simple as email signatures, okay? This doesn't take you no more than 5 minutes to do. Okay, she's charging $5, right? Now, of course, for them, $5 could be a little something. That could be like $25 to them. For us, $5 is nothing. Okay, but with this, this gig that she has, which is only a template, it's like basically having one template. She changes the image, changes the logo, whatever social media accounts you want. That's it. It's a simple template that's already been created. She's not building anything from scratch. She already did it. All she's doing is just replacing links and replacing names and the logos. That's it. And selling that for $5. Okay. Now, by doing that, she's also building up her reviews. Okay. Building up her reviews, building up her reputation. So then later on, she could go in and start charging $80 for different things. Like, hey, I did an email signature. Guess what? I can also do the whole email template for $80. Okay. Now, this is just, something as simple as just as an email template. It's HTML, CSS. That's very simple. Any one of you guys can get started with this. Okay. But let's get into the world of Shopify. right? This is where you go in, you say, okay, Shopify, right? Let's go in and start looking at some of the things that people are doing here. Okay, let me click on the pro services. Some of you guys must say, damn, how do I get to the pro services? It's actually not that hard to get an account to be as a pro service. Okay, especially if you're here in the US. Okay, I can tell you right now, it's not that hard at all. But again, I will order your Shopify website or drop shipping store. Okay, basically auditing, not doing much. It's just an audit. This is what this person is doing, right? That's $300. Okay, you start looking at this, right? Let's say it's $300, right? 173, right? Bring out the calculator, right? $300, let's say on average, because most likely has standard, premium. Let's say there's an average of $450, right? So was it 173 times $450, which is like the average of, like, you know, how much, you know, they're doing, right? That's $77,000, right? Let's do it again. Hold on. Okay, 450 times 173. $77,000 just on that, just to audit the design, audit, you know, the conversion, you know, making sure that the store is fast, just giving them tips, right? Okay, I will review your Shopify store, $300, right? I will do a custom coding and fixing Shopify bug, right? This is like any little bug that somebody might have. Guess what? $150, $280, right? $600 for 5 hours. That's not bad. You're basically getting paid $120 per hour, around there. Okay, that's not bad. All right. So again, people are missing out on a bunch of opportunities. It doesn't matter what it is that you know how to do. Like, you can be a video animator, you could be a writer, you could be a digital marketer, you could be a graphic designer, right? You could be a programmer. Whatever it is that you do, you should be creating a profile on Fiverr and putting yourself out there. Okay? The earlier that you do this, the better that it's going to be for you. Because let's say, for example, you create a profile today in 2022, was it June 15, 2022? By next year, you have a year in this. You do a couple of projects, right? You could go in and say, hey, I'm going to take it easy this year, or I'm going to go hard this year, however you want to go, right? But now you go in and start building that foundation, building your brand, right? Building that foundation of reviews, okay? Getting those 5-star reviews. Start with things that are small little projects. It doesn't matter if it's $20 that they only pay you for something simple. Hey, could you fix my responsive menu? It took you less than 20 minutes to do that. Guess what? That's $20, right? You could create literally any type of gig that you could think of. Whatever you can do, you can go to Fiverr and create it. Okay. Now, again, why am I talking about this? And it's because I feel a lot of people have this thing of this pride, and especially because online and you know, on platforms, all you see is people going in on the comment section and telling you, hey man, you shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't work with WordPress. Hey, you shouldn't work with PHP. Hey, you shouldn't work with Shopify. Hey, you shouldn't work with this and that. Mind you, most of the people that are saying this, they're not making a dime. They're not making a dime. There's this a whole bunch of fucking dweebs that's not doing shit. They're not doing shit. They're just waiting until the opportunity for somebody to give them a job, right? But you could be one of those people that's just there waiting until something happens, or you put yourself out there. Start making some bread, right? Shout out to the Indians again, and everybody, Pakistanis and the Bangladeshis and the whole shebang, the whole middle of Asia, okay? Shout out to the squad. They don't got no shame. They don't go in there and be like, well, I don't want to charge for $10, $20. Nah, that's money to them. And that's how you should be thinking about this too. Okay? Some of you guys are sitting in front of your computer, not doing nothing, not building anything, not actually getting experience. And y'all talking about, man, I don't know if I want to go in and charge $20 because there's a guy in Google right now who charges $700 an hour. So I'm a fucking beginner that I've never done shit. I want to compare myself to the guy that went to MIT, have worked at Microsoft, worked at fucking whatever other, company. Now he's like the head of Google, right? And now I want to compare it to that guy. I was like, well, that guy makes $700 an hour. I should be getting paid that much. Nah, don't be stupid. Put yourself out there. Get that bag. Listen, 10 here, 20 there, 40 there. Guess what? In an hour, you just made $100 an hour. Now you could go in and start building your reviews. Now you go in and start charging for a higher premium for your services, because now you have validation from, social proof, basically. People that's leaving reviews in there and say, oh, thank you for this. Thank you for that. Oh, he did a great job on this. He answered all my questions, this and that. Now the person that's willing to pay $500, $1,000, $2,000 for a project, guess what? He feels more comfortable to give it to you because you have social proof. This is how this shit works. You don't want to miss out on this opportunity. Again, I'm not getting paid by Fiverr. I don't make nothing with Fiverr, right? They don't pay me for this. I'm looking at this as an opportunity for people to make money. It's the same thing that you could do on Etsy. It's the same thing you could do on Upwork. It's the same thing that you could do on LinkedIn. There's so many platforms right now. It's crazy. The idea that anybody's broke, you stupid if you broke. If you still haven't realized that you have the power to make gold and you still haven't noticed that, I don't know what I could do with you. At this point, I don't know what more can I do for you. I've been proving this for years in this channel. I want you guys to win. I want you guys to succeed. I want you guys to make that bread. But I'm also trying to take you guys out of that, institutionalized mindset that some of you guys have, that y'all think y'all too good to do certain things. Nah. I get a lot of bags and I'm still on Fiverr. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, like, I don't care. I know people who are millionaires that right now are on Fiverr. So why are you trying to act like, nah, I don't want to do this? Don't be stupid. Like, come on, get your bag. It don't take that much work. You can literally monetize every single thing that you know. That's what I'm trying to prove in this channel. Every single thing that I learn, I make a big bag out of it. Every single little thing. I'm trying to show you guys that this can be done even when you just start. Today, you just learned what an H1 is. Guess what? Find out how you can fix an H1. Create a profile and say, hey man, I will fix your titles on your website. Hey, you need me to go in and build a couple of pages, and all you need is I don't know, and data entry to your titles. Create a gig for that. You know what I mean? Make it simple, right? But again, now getting serious, guys, you could literally make bread with this thing, man. You could go and do it with emails. You can do it with CMS. You can do it with, creating custom code, right? Like I said, so many opportunities out here. And, if we go into the world of WordPress, like, this gets crazy here. Okay. I will create a clean modern WordPress website for $495. That's $500. $695, right? $995, right? $1,000 for a WordPress website. Once you have the templates, this is pretty much just plug and play, changing a couple of photos, uploading a couple of little things here and there. This is how people are making their bread. Now, again, look at this. This guy, he got so many orders that he's like, yo, I got 13 orders on queue. Meaning that he has orders that he can't even complete yet, right? 13 orders that are basically on wait time. Like, hey, I'm waiting until he has time to build this. So even if he didn't do anything, let's say he had an average right now, right? And we're looking at reviews. Reviews don't mean the total amount of sales or the total amount of actual, how can I say this? Actual, people that he has actually serviced, right? I'll give you an example. right? For every 100 people that you get to service, probably 35 of them will leave a review, right? So what does that mean? You still have a whole bunch of other people, maybe 65% of them, right, that haven't even left a review. So that tells you, if we go by those numbers and by that logic, he most likely has serviced at least 2,000 people, right? At least 2,000 people on Fiverr, just on this thing, okay? Go in here, let's go to his profile, right? Okay, that's just on this thing alone, right? You got will design clean modern flyer, will design landing page, optimize, professional online store, etc. The one that's lit for him is the WordPress one, okay? But let's say he has, like, I don't know, let's say he has service, let's say, I don't know, 1,200 people, right? 1,200 people, right? Times $495, right? That's $594,000. $594,000. Okay. Now, this is in Bulgaria. Let's just say on average, since he started his store in 2015 till now, that's 7 years. Let's just say that's $594 in the last 7 years. Let's divide that, right? Let's see what's the average on that. That's $84,000 per year on average. By himself, working from home, doing what he has to do, right? Some of you guys never even touch $80,000. But some dude is willing to go in and put in the work, and he's been doing that for a while now. Okay? So, again, leave that pride, leave whatever it is that you're thinking, like, man, like, nah, I don't want to hear that shit this year. This year, I want to see everybody flexing. I want to see everybody with Benzes and up. That's it. Those little Hondas, right? Those little Nissans. I don't want to see that shit for 2023. I want to see all my subscribers Benzes and up. And we could all do that. But we got to start grinding. We got to start getting that bag, right? You got to do what I do, guys. Like, this is how I've been able to survive. I quit my job in 2017, right? I haven't received a dime from like a company, like full-time work in God knows how long. Y'all do the math, okay? It's like I've been surviving off my skills, putting this shit to work, creating websites, creating applications, creating services, selling my services. You get what I'm saying? Putting myself out there every single day, every single time I touch a keyboard, every time I do click, clack, my shit goes click, clack, ka-ching, click, clack, ka-ching. That's what you got to start doing for 2023, right? We're in 2022. We're in the middle, but I want to see you guys win by 2023. And to do this, you got to start now. You can't leave it for the next day, tomorrow, next year. You want to do this now. All right, guys? Now, just to go out there, okay, to put it out there, this is the moment, right? Shameless plug. Guys, listen, if you want to learn how to code, you want to get into the game, you want to learn the skills, right, on how to actually code, right? As you can see, there's a lot of ways that you can make money as a developer, not only just working full time, but also on the side. Once you have the skills, you can put the skills to work for you. Okay, this is what we focus on CodingPhase.com. This is what makes this platform special. I'm not here to code just to code. I'm not here to do this shit for the love. I do this because this thing gets you a bag. Guys, I could be doing a lot of cool things right now. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I love coding is because this shit brings me a bag and allows me to do all of the cool things that I get to do with my family and everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we don't teach coding as a hobby. If it doesn't make money, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. Right? So this is why we focus on the things that is going to get you a bag. React, Shopify, Node.js, PHP. Okay? Again, guys, this is why we have different career paths in here. So to make sure that it's not just I'm learning how to code. No, you're learning to code so you could be a content editor. You're learning to code to be an email developer. You're learning to code to be a front-end developer. You're learning to code to be a back-end developer. Now you're a full stack. Right? You're learning to code so you can learn React development. You can learn Shopify. You can learn Shopify app development, Shopify theme development, right? You can learn to become an entrepreneur, right? This is how you do it. right? We live in a very good time. Like literally, like this is the best time ever. I remember having to go to Craigslist and spending hours and hours emailing people of like, hey, oh, do you need a website? Hey, do you need this and that? Just so I could freelance. Was in 2011. When I was learning how to code, that's what I did all throughout 2011. I did a whole bunch of things to be able to make money. I quit my job, right? And the way how I survived that whole year while I was learning to code was strictly from me like putting my services online and me just hustling. Selling clothes online, flipping things, right? Going to Craigslist and finding clients. Like, hey man, you need a website? Hey, $300. Hey, $500, etc. Right? Like I was out there. I was putting myself out there, and that's what you need to do. I'm still doing that shit right now. You know what I'm saying? This is why every single day, every time I look at my account, it goes up anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 a day. That's how much I'm making now. But you're not going to get there unless you start making $20, $30 a day. It's a snowball effect. You need to start putting yourself out there so you could get to that point. You want to get to $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 a day? You got to start somewhere. I started at the bottom. I'm not the guys that come in here, hey guys, I went to MIT, I went to Stanford, and I got this internship to go to Google. And this. Nah, I make more money than some of those guys. But I don't have that story. My story is I came from the bottom and I built myself up, right? And I continue to do that and continue to grind until now we make way more bread than a lot of these guys that's out here. You know what I'm saying? But it starts from somewhere. It doesn't matter if you only make $20, $30, $50. All that shit starts adding up, right? That's what I did, right? And if I was able to do that, why can't you? Okay? So again, this is what we do at CodingPhase.com. Come check it out, right? Like you can see the Hall of Fame. Shout out to the squad, right? A lot of people have came in, gotten their results. Right now, we still got to add a whole bunch of people that recently just got hired from the Tech Accelerator. Okay, links in the description if you're interested in that. But again, come through, get started. You could get started with $20. You could get started with 6 months, $375, and you get access to every single thing on the website. Okay. You can learn every single thing that we mentioning here that you can do as a service. Okay? Literally. Okay? So again, there's no excuse on why you shouldn't be putting yourself out there. Now, this is my little homework to you guys. Okay? You got two things to do. Right? You got two things that you have to do right now. Number one, I want you to go look at the links in the description. Okay? Check out, the Tech Accelerator. Check out what we're doing. Trust me, you're going to get results. And number two, I want you to build a profile today, right now, right after this on Fiverr. Okay? Go on Fiverr. And if you're not lazy, go on Fiverr, go on Upwork, go on LinkedIn, go on Etsy. Create a profile in all these platforms. I have so many students right now that are making bread when I told them about Etsy, and right now they have the digital products that are bringing them in $2,000, $3,000 a month. You tell me what you could do with an extra $2,000, $3,000 a month, okay? And that's just from last year. That means in 1 year they already gotten to the point where on a monthly basis they're making $3,000 just from digital products. We're not talking about services like what we're doing here on Upwork and in Fiverr. We're talking about digital products. You create it, you put it up online, and then those things sell. Okay? Took them a whole year. Now they're making $3,000. By next year, it's going to double up. Now they got enough to quit their jobs. This is how you have an exit plan. You don't wait until the day you say, man, I hate my boss. I want to quit my job. Nah, stupid. This is a journey that you have to start a long time ago. You're not going to be able to quit your job from one day to another and say, I'm just going to figure out how I'm going to make money now. Nah, you should start that journey now. So by the time you get to that point where you say, I don't want to work for nobody, like me, I don't want to work for nobody. I like waking up at whatever time I want to wake up. I like to work on whatever time I want to work on. I don't have a boss. I am the boss. You know what I'm saying? If you're like me, or shit, if you're not like me, you're gonna get to become like me. Everybody gets tired of working for people, but you gotta get started at some point. It doesn't matter when, right? But if you start now, you could get to that journey, a year from now, 2 years from now. By the time you have all of this thing set up, you have your reviews, you have your digital products, you have microservices, software as a service, etc. Now you could quit a job and be living free. There's nothing better than to live free. Okay? So again, guys, I'm going to stop right here. I'll see you guys later. It's your boy Joe back at it again, CodingPhase.com. Again, you got 2 homeworks right there. Okay? See you guys later. Peace.